Mabuhay everyone, MARKCHES here. Welcome to the channel, and for today's video, I'll be giving you my performance review of the Adidas Dame 9s. A little disclaimer guys, for this colorway of my Dame 9s, this is actually a collab with Bape. It's a streetwear, and I actually did an unboxing of this one. If you want a more detailed impression or look of this one, but for now I'm giving you my performance review of how it plays. But of course, since this is a collab version, so the materials may be more upscaled in this colorway compared to those general release ones. So let's start off first with the upper of the Dame 9s. The Dame 9s upper, with this one, it has synthetic leather upper, and right from the start, you just need a little break-in time. I mean, just around 30 minutes will do already. Just heat up the upper, just warm them up, then you're good to go. It's not that stiff, and I like it because for this colorway, which is leather, I like it in terms of support that it gives me, and the shape, especially around the toe area of the Dame 9s. It has ample space, so I would say for those who have wide feet, the Dame 9s will be a good options for you. And just looking back, I just realized that Dame 9s are really more into wide feet. So I guess Dame is a little bit of a wide foot himself. So this one, you won't have any problems. But if you have regular feet like me, just lace it up. Look how tight my laces up here are already. And this is actually US 10.5, so I went half a size down, usually with Adidas basketball sneaker, except for the Hardens. I think, yeah, my Hardens are a US 11. Let me check. Oh no, my Hardens 2 are 10.5, sorry for that. I think the Harden 7s, I was an 11 there. But with the volume 8, it's a 10.5, so usually for me, Adidas sneakers, basketball sneakers run a bit big. Even lifestyle sneakers from Adidas, they run a little bit big. This is a half size down too if you have regular feet, but if you have wide feet, I guess you go true to size. So for the upper, I like the support that the lateral part is giving me, especially this plastic piece that goes up. It's not that hard plastic, it's like a foamy wrap around the forefoot. You can see from this area to the back part of the sneaker. So this foam area wraps around from the lateral part going to the back part of the sneaker, and you'll be surprised, it's made out of light strike foam. So it's just one piece. The light strike foam is also a midsole and also acts up as a lateral and medial support for the sneaker, which is good because light strike isn't that of a heavy foam, so it's not too heavy that they use it for the walls of the sneaker. And when you're playing with it, you feel very stable on both sides of your feet, given that this is actually a very wide sneaker. Look at the bottom part, it's wide here on the forefoot and even on the heel. And the Dame series have been constant with that. They're really meant for stability. Based on my other Dames, you would really feel that you're very stable to the ground. It's very easy to get your balance off a Dames, since I think because he likes moving laterally and going off for a three-pointer, getting his balance quickly on the go, especially if it's just running off screens, running off defenders. You have to be quick on your balance, and I think that's one of the priorities Dames here on the Dame 9s are. So I think for all of you who are a shooter, who likes to get their balance quick, you would surely love the Dames. But on one aspect that I didn't like it, because look how flat it is from the forefoot. There's not enough curve to it on the heel and forefoot. On the heel, you can see how sharp the edges, there's no curvature here. So that's what I really experienced when I was running up and down the floor on with the Dames. It gets a little bit of getting used to, because when I'm reviewing other sneakers, that has a very nice heel-to-toe transition. So I get to feel the difference that much. But if you just have one pair of sneaker and you will just get the Dame 9s, you have to get used to it. And I think eventually it will be okay. But for me, like someone who switches sneakers for almost every day for the public, I mean, I really felt that difference in terms of heel-to-toe transition. So take that as a reminder if you're buying this one. So if heel-to-toe transition is an important part of you, if you like to run them up and down the floor with a lot of fluidity, this might not be the one for you. But if you're someone who likes to get that balance quick off the fly and you don't have that very nice of the stability in your feet, the Dame 9s is a good option. It will really help you get stabilized easier, quicker, because of how flat the bottom part is, and it will give you a quicker balance when you're getting off a shot. So that's one advantage of the Dame 9s. As for the booty, it's like a one booty upper, so but it's very easy to put your foot in. It has a very similar design language with the AEs and the Hardens. It has the overlapping materials here, and you can see the laces, speed lacing system inside, which I like because it's easy to tighten up, very easy to loosen up. But one thing, just a reminder, if you're getting this Bape colorway, this flat wax laces won't be good in playing. I played with this lace. I kept on tying my laces up from around 2 minutes or so. I have to tie them again. So if you are using it for performance, I think that's why it came with this a little bit more rounded loop laces, which are not flat. So I guess this is better in terms of performance if you're gonna hoop with them. So change it up. There's a pull tab at the heel to give you an assistance when you're putting your foot in. Heel cup is nice. There's an internal heel cup, and also the Light Strike foam goes up on the heel and cupping your heel, giving you a good ankle protection and heel containment. And the outsole goes up really high here. So this is one thing that I didn't like, because when I was running, I could really feel how clunky it is here on the heel part of the Dame 9s. And as for the insole, ordinary Ortholite insole from Adidas, of course, but this one has that Bape pattern, so which is really cool. I've been a fan of Bape, but of course it's quite expensive for especially their lifestyle wear. But I've been a fan of their collaborations ever since, and it's really nice that they did it here with the Dame 9s. And even on a side note, I saw the jersey and shorts that came with this, but I didn't buy it because it was kind of expensive. So I just bought the sneaker. And going back to performance, you can see this figure 8, which is a spring plate and stability plate of the Dame 9. Look how covered it is. This is just made out of plastic. Nothing too fancy, not a carbon fiber, but it does its job. There's a lot of torsional support, and there's a spring back. Look how hard it is to bend it, but it bends. It gives you a very nice support there. If you need that, if you're a heavier player, you would surely love that. So before we go to the outsole of the Dame 9s, of course, let's talk about the cushion of the Dame 9s, which is of course a full-length Light Strike foam. And as you know, if you have played with Light Strike, it's one of the lighter foams of Adidas, from Adidas. And of course, it feels really good. There's enough cushion. I was quite surprised. The plushness on the cushion of the Dame 9s was really nice. But in terms of bounciness, it's where it's lacking a bit. So if you're looking for more bounce, this is not the foam to get. I would suggest you, if you're in the Adidas family, you would get the Hardens better if you want a little bit more pop to your cushion, because it's boost And this one, Light Strike, it's more on the plushness, impact protection, and it feels comfy. I'll give it to that. But of course, Light Strike, I remember the laceless Adidas sneaker, I forgot its name, but that has a Light Strike foam, and that one was good. But after several use, I could feel it not having that same plushness that it was before. So maybe the Light Strike bottomed out, because Light Strike foam, since it's lighter, it has more air pockets in it, so it can flatten out faster compared to other foams. So take that into consideration if you're just using it as an alternate lifestyle wear, especially this colorway. Light Strike will give you that comfy feeling right below your foot. So that's Light Strike foam for you. Now let's move on to the traction, which I love on the Dame 9s. The traction here, especially this one, this is a rubber gum outsole. It was gripping really nicely on the floor that I was playing. The floor that I was playing wasn't 100% clean, but this still held up pretty nicely, and it squeaks if you're into that, and I like it. I have no complaints, and dust pickup, not that much dust. Even though the treads are very compact, I was surprised there. I thought it will get a lot of buildup from dust, but not so much for the traction of the Dame 9s, and for dependability of the traction, felt really good. And for outdoor use, I think you can play with this outdoors. The rubber is quite hard and it's good for outdoor use. So that's my performance review of the Adidas Dame 9s. Let me know what you think about, especially this colorway, and have you played with them? Do you like the heel to toe transition of the Dame 9s? You're not bothered. And before I go, let's weigh in a 10.5. So the Adidas Dame 9s in a 10.5 US is actually, for a 10.5, it's more average, but on the more heavier side, it's 460 grams on this one, because mainly because it has leather on this Bape collab, but didn't feel that heavy when you're playing. So pretty average weight, not the lightest, but also not the heaviest. So let me know what you think, guys. Hit me a comment down below. This has been MARKCHES once again. Thank you for dropping by this channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.